Stop Lavigne, come on down. The price is right, So you get on mute there, Tom.
Hello, everybody. Good to see you.
So as many of my watchers, viewers, whatever, readers know from this show, which is more general business technology, Tom knows, and of course Matt knows, that we also have another media group that covers the business of cannabis, which it's a hot business right now. We're on a $2.5 billion run rate for adult legal use this year. And so Tom has one of the leading cannabis law firms in the state, one of the oldest ones focused on cannabis, if I recall, too, right, Tom?
Yep, first in the country since 1999.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that far back. Yeah, okay. And so I wanted to bring him on the show because there's a lot of cannabis stuff going on right now, and I was hoping that he could tell us some of the real hot legal issues that you guys are taking a look at. Certainly, I think one of them would be the fact that the market is consolidating rapidly, to put it mildly, and that a lot of companies are going into receivership and all sorts of issues along those lines, right?
Right. Yeah, the adult use marijuana law that passed by ballot initiative actually put a limit of 5 licenses per company. So it was supposed to limit it to 10,000 plants per grower by statute. And the state agency passed a rule that went beyond that scope. So they're operating under this illegal rule right now that allows for something called an excess grower licenses that allows you to get more than 10,000 plants. And that was, directly contradictory with the statute. And it's caused problems. The whole idea was to keep big, huge corporations out of it and keep it to the 10,000 plant max.
Instead, we have big, huge corporations that have stacked licenses, and we have an incredible, last I knew, and there's probably more, there were 650 cultivators, that's the growers' licenses issued. And that was in August last time I heard that number. And so we have a big oversupply problem, which what happens in the market was, supply and demand, prices are crashing, right, Tom?
Right. I think it will even out shortly. For example, when Detroit comes online, that'll be 100 new adult use retail stores to sell to, which is pretty significant. And then we had, of course, 15 local communities opted in this last election. They put it on the ballot and adopted adult use ordinances. So we'll see more retailers for these growers to sell to. So I really think it's going to even out in short order, but in the meanwhile, there is consolidation. We're doing some mergers and acquisitions right now.
Go ahead. You can tell us who they are. We won't tell anyone. Go ahead.
It's just us kids here, right?
Who we going to tell? All right. Go ahead, Matt.
All right. So tell me a little bit, one of the parts of this industry that I find the most interesting. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of money in recreational and it's all good fun. But you're also involved in the sort of industrial hemp industry too, right?
Yes, I've always been a proponent of it. And I think.
So tell us what the growth path is like for that industry here in Michigan. What are the, are we going to have thousands of acres of this stuff in cultivation? What's the market like? What can it be used for? Go off on that a little bit, if you would, please.
Sure. What we really need is some innovation from your MITech people in that space. We have all these, great engineers and innovators in this state, with all the automotive and different engineering firms. This is an alternative material that could replace plastics, food, fiber, fuel, fabrics, textiles. So unfortunately, we have a glut right now, in the market with respect to hemp farmers. A lot of hemp farmers did jump on this bandwagon and they did see the opportunity, but the innovators are falling down on the job. In the meanwhile, we're filling our oceans with non-biodegradable plastics.
Yeah.
Whereas this makes a plastic that is biodegradable. You know, I practiced in Hawaii for 5 years, so I saw that up close and personal. And, you know, fuel, textiles, the list goes on. The chemicals and pesticides that it takes for cotton farming is really kind of sickening compared to hemp that has basically built-in pesticides to many of the things that cotton can't defend itself against. So we're really hoping to see more innovation in the product making industries and automotive. In Germany, they don't have a glut in hemp raw materials because Mercedes-Benz is using it in their textiles and their interiors and some of their plastics for their interiors. And so they're using it. Our automotive is falling down on the job, if you ask me, and so are our suppliers.